Well, Red Dwarf, that was interesting. How do I... Right, let me just set this up. Let's go. Right, so Red Dwarf tonight. I don't know what anybody thought about it. It started off okay for me. It started off okay, but I don't know. It just sort of lost it somewhere. It got a bit. I think they had the potential to do something rather amazing with it. I was hoping personally that it was going to be a final sort of episode. Extreme. I don't know. I mean, let's go into it. I like the concepts of like the Promised Land and the Cat People. I was really into that when they brought Ollie back. That didn't really do anything for me either. The whole Holly thing. I don't know. It's like they're too comfortable with the characters, and I mean they're not running. I know they're older now, and they're looking at, and it's just. Sometimes I just feel a bit embarrassed for them. I'm not knocking it. I'm a massive Red Dwarf fan. But there were moments. I mean, right? Let's start. I mean, it started up with like the humor was like hit and miss. I mean, I laughed a few times. You know, though it's not like I don't know. I preferred it. Maybe it's me. I preferred the early days of Red Dwarf. I have stuck it out with the sort of new stuff when they brought it back on Dave. It works. It's just become a thing now where it's on Dave every year. I mean, look, there's been one or two semi-decent episodes, but I mean, I've had to sit through 2 hours of this, and I was getting bored. I mean, there were just parts of it I was getting bored. Right, I like the Rimmer thing. You know, when Rimmer become like godlike, you know, when they charged him up to diamond light level, which I thought that were extremely good. You know, I thought that were quite good. I thought it were funny because he finally achieved that sort of destiny. And hello, Jane, how are you? You know, he achieved that destiny and then he just went and fucked it all up, you know, which I found really funny. But I just thought it were all a bit terrible. It just wasn't fun. I mean, it were like the humour was sort of stale in it. I'm good, Jane. I hope you're staying safe. It's good to see you. You know, I wasn't too impressed with tonight's episode at all. I mean, you know, I mean, I like it's just that the advertising really got extremely excited about it. No, Jane, I haven't seen the videos where they've just shown Red Dwarf tonight. It wasn't that brilliant, you know. They forgot the Promised Land. It's been quite a big thing here. There were no energy in it, were there? In this at all. Even when they brought Ollie back, I was expecting some kind of humour, and it was all right, but it was there were just I didn't feel that there was any sort of energy to it. It went along okay. You know, it went along okay. I mean, I did like it. I mean, I didn't mind it. I was quite happy with it. But I think what they were trying to do was like do a film of it, like, you know, some kind of movie. But I was hoping that it really is time to finish this. I know I'm probably coming across as being quite negative. A couple of people text me when it was on. I think the first like up to the Rimmer thing, I was sort of quite enjoying it. Hang on, who's this? Oh, what was that? Oh, right, yeah. So, all right. You know, so it's just sorry, it's a friend of mine to text me. No, I mean, we can go over it. Like the cat people were sort of interesting. I thought they started off with a lot of potential. I like the thing of the cat flap. That were funny, when they're all sort of like coming through the cat flap. And I like like the thing with the laser dot. Where they brought the cat thing into it, which I thought were extremely funny. That was sort of really good. Uh, but I want to see more of cat culture, and I like the free worshippers, but they didn't really play much of a part in it. The followers of Cloister, I thought it was genius going back to episode, very early episode. I mean, one thing about Red Dwarf, it has stuck to some kind of canon, and to bring Cloister up again. Do you remember all that back when they found like the cat priest and cat, and it were cool hearing all that again, but I was expecting so much more with like the cat people. I did like the special effects. I found it worked with it, because the beauty of Red Dwarf before in the past, it was how it of the look of it, wasn't it? Because when the CGI'd it up later on, a lot of people complained about it. But I found the effect they really put the money into this, and I like the sets. It's just that I don't know. It's like they're just doing it for retirement checks now, And I just hang on. Right, let's catch up. Greg, I have an idea for a movie. Two friends get invited to their boss's beach house for the week, and the boss suddenly dies. Not sure what to name it though. Interesting. Jane, on the video, you see Ezra Miller choking through a woman to the ground in Iceland. Well, that's not nice, is it, Jane? I don't think I'll be watching that. But the thing the thing of Red Dwarf tonight, it was a bit of a, how do you say it? It dips badly. I think it had moments. It were like it were going up, and it was sort of like up and down, And I just, it was like, I don't know. There were at one point when I was on my phone looking at Facebook through parts of it, and I shouldn't have done that. But I tuned in at certain things. I still think Rimmer's the funniest in there. Rimmer, he's the funniest in there. Jane didn't watch Red Dwarf. No, well, you might enjoy it. I mean, look, I'm not knocking it for other people. Some people might have liked it. Some people like hardcore fans probably into it. But hang on, all right, it's Russ. I'll get back to him in a minute. Right, because I'm only doing a short live stream. But it's look. I thought the sets were awesome. I thought the special effects. I like the music as well. The Red Dwarf like sort of music in the background when it started. I really liked all that. Because when I first half an hour, I really got quite into it. I became quite entranced for like the first 30 minutes, and it sort of worked for me. And then it's somewhere it just didn't sort of work. And I think it was about 45 minutes into it that it were getting a bit like, it's like they were repeating certain jokes. I like the bit when they were in the, when they rebooted Ollie, very 2001. You remember that scene with Hal when Dave Bowman's talking to Frank Pull and he's watching the lips. I thought that scene quite funny, when Holly, like the backup Holly was listening, And then they tried to get into, like when they were trapped in Starbug under sand, when he stuck his eyeball on, It had its moments, it had its moments. Hang on, right, Jane, they haven't watched Red 12. Hi, Captain K-Man, hope you stayed safe, bud. Jane, Ezra Miller and Amber Heard will be out from Warner Brothers. All right. Retro game, I might have really enjoyed it. It's never going to be like, I know. It's good. I'm not saying, I've not said it were crap. It's not, I've not said it were crap at all. Yeah, do you want to come on, Coughlin? Right, I'm going to have to work this out. Hang on. Right. Invite. Copy to clipboard. Right. Has the invite gone up? Right. I think the invite should have gone up now. Has it not gone up? Oh God, I don't need this. Right, hang on. Right. Why is that on? Right. Oh, it's going temporary error. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, this never. Right. Has the invite gone up? Connection secure. Has the invite gone up? It should have. Has it gone up? Right. Hang on. Yeah, definitely. Right. Let's get this sorted. Invite. I don't know. So I'm pressing invite and it's just not going on. You must. Right. Guest instructions. Go on temporary error before the make sure you have following. Oh, I don't need this. Right. Instructions for guests. Has the invite gone up? Because an invite should go up. I'd check. Right, checking now. Have you got it? Jane, I didn't know that sublease was so dumb. Did you send? No, I can put it on. I can put I should be able to put the link on the screen. Copy to clipboard. Go Club, go on to StreamYard and see if, oh, right. Join me on StreamYard. Right, hang on. I'm doing it now. Right. I'm invited to get some ice broadcast. Oh, what's going on here? I don't need this. Right. It's going temporary error. I don't know what's going on here. Copy clipboard, copied, right. I should be able to just post it on and it's not doing it. Mate, sorry, can't comment nothing about red. Oh, no, that's all right, Jen. Right. Right, hang on. Gmail. Oh, right. Right, hang on. I'm going to get this on now. Right. Oh, I don't know what's going on here. Right. Shouldn't be doing this. It's not doing it, mate. I don't know why. It's just going, keeps going temporary error all the time. Gmail, I don't know what the. Right. Try again. Invite. Right. 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 Can you, right, Cold Club, you're going to have to go on to StreamYard. And can you go on there? Or can you send me your Gmail now? And then if you send me your Gmail, I've got an invitation to join me on StreamYard. If you can send it to my Gmail. If you can send, yep, if you could, right, hang on. I'm trying, I ain't got your email. I can't find it. I'm looking for it now. Right. Right. It's not doing it. I don't know why. You're going to, Jane, I don't know who I'd put up flash to you, mate. Just some guy caught beginning that mate rang, but also classic Red Dwarf. Wasn't sure I'd get into it, but I have to watch it in full on replay. You fudged the numbers? Yeah. Give me a sec. I'll message it. If you send it to me now, I can get you on. I'm going to get a guest on. Right. Category social. Uh, has that come through? Red Dwarf. Jane, just some guy flashed me over there. Right. It's not come through. Let's do this again. What was? Gmail. It's not come through. It's not come through. Primary social. Hey, I've not got it. Information. Oh, this is. Oh, what is going on? All right, I've got it. Right. Right, let's get into this now. Right, invite Gmail. God, what is... Right, here we go. Give us a minute, everybody, and I'm going to sort this out. Sending it now. Have you got it? Right, I've sent it now. Have you got it? Don't. Oh, you've got it. Good. Have you got it, bud? So right, I'm just waiting for somebody to come on. Should be interesting. How much am I? Right, Jane, I'll have to check out that they've had a long break again from series. Caught the X's and Wells the other week, and Harris is still stuck in Mirror World. All right, well, I've not seen that, Jane. So anyway, back to Red Dwarf. Hi, mate, do you want me on? Right, let's show. I'll have to check that out. They've had a long break from Says Caught X of Wells the other week, and Harris still stuck in Mirror World. Jane, I've checked that out. They've had a long break from Says Caught X of Wells the other week, and Harris stuck in Mirror World. I've not caught up with any DC series at all, which I have sort of been trying to catch up with them. Right. Cold, are you coming on? I'm meant to be having somebody on. I don't know what's going on. I have sent him an invite, so share stream, yeah. Right. Let's copy that. Put that in there. Paste. Right. That should go through. Right. That. Where? So I don't know. Don't know what's going on. Device Cold device not connected. Yeah, Cold, you got to stick your mic on. You popped up for a second there. I'm getting somebody on. So I don't know what's going on. Anyway, back to Red Dwarf. The show must go on. It was all right. I just felt let down in certain parts of it. It wasn't flowing like it was. They're comfortable with the roles out there now. They're just so comfortable with it, you know. Is it not connecting? It should do, mate. I don't know what's going on. It's because there might be too many people on. All right, hang on. Your box is coming up now. Right, oh, you're here.
I'm here.
There we go. You're upside down.
Oh, okay.
You're upside down.
Oh, this is ridiculous, isn't it?
So this is Coco, everybody.
Hello.
We do the podcast, the Solo One podcast. So he's upside down. I can see that red
Why am I
dwarf's
upside
had an
down?
effect.
Why am I upside down?
I don't know.
Right, hang on. Is that better? Tell me when it's better.
I don't know. It's been one big fuck up.
I know it has.
Time. Sideways now.
All right, so I'm turning it around. Oh, this is ridiculous.
Yep. No, I've disappeared. I'm back again.
Hello, Jane. Nice to see you. Can you see me? Because I can only see Martin.
Hello. So, what did you think of this episode?
I thought it was actually very good. Very good. Here we go. It's starting to come up now.
Hello, Retro Game. How are you?
There was a delay.
Well, you're upside down.
All right. There's a delay this end, but it looks like I'm fine from what I'm seeing. If there's a delay, I thought it was a good episode. I thought that I liked how. Yeah, I did. I thought it was actually a good episode. I liked how we finally actually met some other members of the cat race after all these years. In some ways, I hoped that the actual episode would actually resolve the whole series and it would be finished.
Yeah, I did.
And of course, it's now continuing. Well, if the actors I want to return. I thought it was good. It felt to me as if it was a well-written story, but in some ways, it would have been nice if there had been a bit more of a conclusion of the series and they actually had finished. And of course, now they could come back in another 2 years and they're a bit older or whatever. So I'm not quite sure.
No, it's time to finish it now. It should have finished tonight.
I mean, tell me what you think about, obviously, the episode.
I thought the first half an hour was very good.
Right.
I thought it ran for too long. I was sinking in and out on it. I was getting bored.
Right.
I found the humour, it was funny in parts. I like the thing where Rimmer became godlike and then he just went back to normal again.
Yeah.
And then they were just coming out with same old script, like the old thing with Rimmer, nobody likes me, and we've heard it all before. Do you know what I mean? They had an opportunity tonight to do something a bit different. And I think they've missed out on a big opportunity. But
so
it wasn't bad.
What did you want? What is it that was missing from the way that you saw it? What do you think it needed for it to get a higher rating, perhaps?
It should have finished tonight.
Yeah. What about Holly?
They had an opportunity to go into cat culture.
I mean, one aspect,
nothing at all. No point.
One aspect, I was surprised with the actual cat. The actual cat met some other members of his own race, but he seemed a bit underwhelmed by that, which was a bit surprising. I would have thought that after meeting his people, finally, he would have. But then maybe that's his culture, that he's very self-centered, and he wouldn't even be that bothered about even meeting them. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I think and what they were showing in the trailer, I found there was quite a lot of in the trailer. There was a lot going on with the trailer, and I thought the trailer was better than.
Okay, you're breaking up now.
Down.
Yeah, I just say the actual connection here is actually very bad, so I'm only sort of getting half of what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I still think it was quite solid. Are you still glad that it was done by Dave rather than the BBC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the money they put into it, special effects. You know, the money.
Yeah.
I thought was really good. The special effects really held up, I thought.
I did too. It looked like
right.
You're right. Don't worry, take your time.
Go. I've just got to read this out.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, read some messages and I'll bounce on you. Do your messages first.
Are you going to watch behind the scenes and the smeg up deleted scenes? Jane's, she can see both of us. It's working very slow. There's too many people on that.
Yeah.
Just some guy. Hopefully, it will be a one-off feature length that will then launch season 13. I don't think I'm going to look forward to that. Just he's frozen in time. You could be frozen in time, but just some. I think the BBC Old School Classic, but Dave, I've managed to bring it into the 21st century. Yeah, maybe it's changed with the times.
Yeah.
What were your opinion of tonight's episode?
I thought it was quite a solid story. I think that the problem with watching this is that I was wondering whether this was going to be like a secret wrap-up episode where it actually had an ending, and of course it didn't. It was left open with the same crew at the end going off, still stuck in space, still on the ship. I don't mind it. I rate it quite highly. One thing I will point out is that I watched it live and we had adverts every 10 minutes. And I am so used to watching stuff streaming where you can actually pause it. And it really broke up the actual momentum of the actual episode for me. And that's not the fault of the episode. That's just the nature of it being on live commercial TV. So I think that really didn't help. But even so, that was obviously a necessity based on its formula where it was actually broadcast from. I still think it was very good. I liked it. I think all the actors were solid. Yes, they still look a bit older.
Yeah, I agree. There was a very solid story there.
Yeah, I think so. I think it worked quite well.
I agree. I think there was a solid story there.
And we've talked about many series where a show just loses it. And it didn't. It felt to me as if it was Red Dwarf. They're a bit older. They're still no wiser. And for me, it's a thumbs up.
Oh no, that's fair enough. I sort of did enjoy it, but it's I don't know. I wanted something a bit. I wanted something special tonight. They're too comfortable now. It's like a pension fund.
Yeah.
And it was the story. I agree. The story was solid. It was a solid story, but I just find the writing for it. The humor was very lackluster. It had moments of humor, and bringing her like a.
I was going to say one thing about Red Dwarf is that it did start off much more as just a sitcom, and it changed to much more of a sci-fi series as it progressed. And so that's nothing new. The comedy was there. I did like the Rimmer aspect of it. Him in lower power mode, and him having a plug, and him going grey and having a very low quality sounding voice. That's good writing. That was funny. I think that worked very well.
Yeah. The plug extension they should have brought Ace Rimmer back.
I know, but we had something better than Ace Rimmer. We had the diamond light drive super Rimmer. That was good. I like that.
Well, God Rimmer.
That's good.
The moment. I was laughing at the plug extension, and when he became Godlike Rimmer and he just went back to normal Rimmer, I thought that was quite funny. But the rest of them, like the cat, I didn't think he was really doing that much in it, and crying.
I thought the cat. I thought the cat would have reacted a bit differently to meeting his own people, like trying to meet a female cat.
That's what I wanted. Yeah, lady cats and
and then he'd be go row, and he'd be doing his thing, and he'd be like looking, and he didn't do that. But he's so self-centered, and he's so full of it. Oh, there's one thing though. Apparently, he's so vain, and his clothes, mad on his clothes and fashions. It was because he was left on the ship because he wasn't cool, and so it gave that gave a background to why he was so full of the suits and everything else. That actually I like that. That gave a bit of a twist now.
I like the cat flap, and I like the sacred scratching post I found were quite funny, and I like how they got the Cat King at the end, the federal with the laser thing.
Yeah, the shining the eye. Yeah.
But You know, when cats freak out. But I just think they lost out on. It would have been good to see like Lady Cats, and there was a lot more there they could have done. You know, and I just
Yeah,
felt that they lost out on quite a lot of stuff tonight.
maybe.
But I'm not knocking. Look, that's my opinion. That's my opinion. I'm gonna watch it again without the
Yeah,
adverts.
that's what I'm saying. I think if you watch it again without the adverts, it'll be a much better experience because, like I said, you get into it and then suddenly you've got 5 minutes of shite, and then what I do is I turn the volume
Yeah,
down,
well, I was getting
and I
annoyed
can't
at
I can't get
adverts.
it. And we had adverts literally every 5 minutes at one point. It was ridiculous. How can you enjoy an episode with that going on? You can't.
No, you can't. Maybe that might have been a problem because the adverts were being shoved up there quite a lot, weren't
Yeah,
they?
yeah, yeah.
You know,
I think
the
that was I
what?
think
I
that was
mean,
a big
and I was
factor.
getting annoyed. I were on phone texting people.
Yeah, I think that was a big factor actually.
Yeah,
That
that
actually
might
made
have been the killing thing. I mean, yeah. Hang on, just some guys. Marmite thing, I suppose, sometimes have to adjust. The beginning was punchy. The schoolboy debate, etc. Then it tended to drag the supporting cast. I'd have to catch it in full. Yeah, that.
Yeah, I think that's
Pat
fair enough.
H.
Yeah,
Hang
that's a fair
on.
enough comment.
Red Dwarf was great. Pat liked it.
Yeah, good.
Pat liked it.
Good for Pat. Well done, Pat.
Hang on, just some guy. What's your favourite Red Dwarf episode?
For me, Backwards is one of my favourites. And I like the Inquisitor.
Wax World for me.
Wax World, yeah. And I like the Inquisitor as well, which is a very good episode.
Yeah.
And the episode where there was... I was going to say, there's an episode with where the Red Dwarf is split into two, a positive Red Dwarf and a negative Red Dwarf, and they have to merge them back together.
Yes.
What was that called, that episode? It was season 5. I can't remember the episode. It was very good. But there's so many episodes. It's just such a classic series.
Do you remember the? Do you remember the one with Legion?
Oh, yes.
Where it absorbed everybody's personalities, and it was a genius.
Yes, that's right. And it was, and in the end, they were trying to bash.
Yeah, that's one of my favourites.
That was the episode where Ribbon got his first hard light hologram. And they had to try to knock him out.
Yeah. I think that's where he got his hard light drive on it.
That's what I just said. Yeah, that's what I just said. Yeah, that's right. That was a very good episode. But
one of my favourite. One of my favourite ones out of the modern ones, where he meets Rimmer's brother. You know, Frank. Is it Frank?
Yeah. It's Howard and Frank, I think.
I found that. Yeah, some of it. I mean, some of the later ones haven't been that bad. Some of the new ones.
Did you see the one with Crichton's midlife crisis, where he ends up with he has like a pink suit on and he's got like speakers and stuff, and that was funny.
Yes.
And we meet some other Crichtons as other mechanoids as well in one episode. And they get turned into mechanoids as well. That's season 12,
I think. Just some guy. Pat H, I like your profile pic. Reminds me of being little. Pat H, Pat H, love Marooned. Yeah, I like Marooned. I like Rune's World as well.
Marooned was a perfect sitcom episode where they're just stuck on Starbug and they are trying to survive. And it reminds me a bit like of shows like The Odd Couple and stuff. It was just literally the two very characters from very different backgrounds and personality traits stuck with each other. Marooned was a very good episode, one of the best. Season 3, that was.
Rimmers. I'm just thinking I've got Rimmers World floating around in my head now. Actually, I might dig some of the old ones out. Actually, I liked it when he birthed another Rimmer.
Oh God, yeah, that was so bizarre. Yeah. That was bizarre.
He was trying to create a female, and it was another Rimmer.
Yeah.
Back to Earth, Red Dwarf. Yeah, Back to Earth were terrible. Dwarfettes suck, but following that on Dave. There has been, it sort of did improve, but I just don't think we're going to get like where it was so many years ago. But maybe that's the way it is now. You know, things move with the times, don't they?
I think in many ways it's actually stayed. Maybe that's some aspects that people don't like, that it's not gone too far it's still them stuck on the ship, meeting with stuff and dealing with it in a comedic fashion. But it's the nature of the show, and for me,
Yeah.
at least, it's worked. I came off tonight. All the family watched it. We were all really happy with it. We thought it was actually really quite a good episode. And as far as I'm concerned, Red Dwarf, yes, it has some dips. The Back to Earth 3-parter, I don't think it's as bad as some people think. I think it has a lot of issues. But
Definitely,
season 10 was the one with when they came back on Dave. Actually, I think the 3-parter was also on Dave, but that episode's like Lemons, which is quite funny. All the episodes in each season, there's been good episodes of each season. And
yes, they have.
A lot of people hated season 7 with Kachansky coming back, and then season 8 where they're back on the recreated Red Dwarf with the crew. But I actually thought that season was actually quite interesting myself. So there's not one period of the show where I've really thought, oh, that was terrible. And a lot of people just say after season 6, that was it. That's when it all went wrong. And I'm sorry, but there's been too many episodes after that where there's been some real gems and a few stinkers. But what sci-fi series hasn't got some stinkers as well as good episodes?
That's true. That's true. But I do think it's time to finish this now. I think they should get to Earth now. I think the cat people it'd be good. It might have gone on a bit too long as well, like 2 hours. I thought it were an hour and a half. I didn't realise it were finished at 11. I thought it finished about 10.
No, it wasn't.
There was a lot of adverts.
Yeah, I was going to say it was an hour and a half, but it was a half an hour of adverts. No wonder it's hard to get into.
Oh, God.
Half an hour adverts.
I know. I was getting so. Just the adverts annoyed me. You know, I just don't have time for adverts anymore.
No, I don't either.
I think that might have been doing it because because watching thought through with it now, interruptions, and when that were on, it like every 10 minutes there were more. I think that might have probably killed it. You know.
I agree, and also don't forget. I mean, I'm not used to watching live TV. I don't watch live TV. So I'm used to watching stuff and not having to have these interruptions every 5-10 minutes. And we had, like I said, I think we had 4 sets of adverts in this thing, maybe 5. It was a lot of adverts.
I think 5. I think I'd say.
And I think that really, I still like the episode. So if I'd have seen that, and also on my copy, when I was watching it live, it wasn't high def. My channel hasn't got the high def version of Dave.
Yeah.
So it was fuzzy. It was full of adverts, but I wanted to see it live, so that didn't help the actual episode at all, which wasn't their fault.
Where do you think they should go now after tonight?
Well,
where would you like to go?
I think that this episode is a good example of it going full circle. The episode in season 1 where we find out about Cloister and Fushal and everything was like episode 2 or 3. Which is right near the beginning. It was the very beginning of the show. And so I would hope that this is an indication that they are going full circle. They should do one more, and it is literally back to Earth, but not back to Earth, the first named one. It is them getting home and its resolution in whatever comedic way that is. I think there's one more feature-length 3-parter, or not 3-parter, hour and a half special, and finish it off, and then that's the whole story over 30 plus years. That's what I'd like to see. Even Holly's back now as well.
I would have liked to see Natty actually.
Oh, do you prefer Hattie to
I thought she would. For me, yeah.
Really? Most people like Norman and Love.
He's all right. He's all right. I got into a big argument with him years ago on the phone, you know.
What? Who?
Norman Lovett. Yeah, seriously. I was gonna Norvik, Ollie. He phoned me up and I called him a dick.
Hang on.
It's about 20 years ago.
How come you're on the phone to him and he's called you a dickhead?
When I was going into stand-up comedy, he was going to train me, but he had to pay him 25 quid an hour. And I didn't turn up for the session. I don't know. I was out somewhere. And he
Right.
phoned me up and he got right annoyed with me and I had a big argument with him down the
You're
phone.
kidding me. I didn't know you. I didn't know you.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. But I heard that he was actually
You
hard
phoned
to
me
work
up.
with. Go on.
Yeah, it was very abusive. I don't know. Probably I was young and at the time I did pursue it, but I didn't go with him. He wanted £25 an hour, and I said I'm not paying you that. You know, and he got really nasty down phone, so called a dickhead.
Oh my God! Wow, I didn't know you knew him like that. Oh wow. I didn't know you actually wanted to get into stand-up comedy at one point either. That's
Yeah. This is I was 20 years ago.
Yeah, but even so, it's quite interesting he did that. But so maybe that's
it was a long time ago. But yeah, it was horrible down the phone.
I heard that he's not that good to get on with.
No, I'm back again.
All right. So I don't know whether
yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, because he left during season 2, in the season 2, when they removed to a different area. I think because originally it was filmed up north somewhere in season 1 and 2. And
yes, it was. I think it was Manchester, wasn't it?
I think it was Manchester, but I don't know where they moved it to. It's somewhere in London, is it?
Yeah.
So he didn't want to come down.
I don't know. I knew.
He didn't want to come down. So,
but she came in after the.
Sorry, we're talking over cross purposes. Yeah, she came in.
I know. I did. There's a time. Yeah, I preferred her. I thought she was funny. I've seen her live, and she's really funny. She's. I met her. She was at this convention in King's Lang Lane. She was on stage for about an hour. She's really funny. She's a really nice person as well.
Yeah,
but he's. I'm not a big fan of him. Yeah, didn't he get his own comedy series? It never took off, did it? As well, after when he left Red Dwarf, he got a comedy series on BBC Two and didn't take off.
Yeah, I heard something about that. It was a long time ago I heard about it, but I did hear about where he was trying to do something after Red Dwarf because that series helped to make him quite famous, and because obviously he left, he was trying to use that fame
it did.
to get his own series. And it didn't work out. Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. Hang on, I'll just read some of these. I'd love the Daleks to appear in Red Dwarf. That'd be good. Yeah. I never knew about you and no one. That's bad. It must be watching him weird now. Awkward. Pat, hang on. There's a lag on here, everybody. I'm sorry. It's BBC Manchester. Just some guy. Hang on. I don't know why it's doing it. I'm trying. Love It fell out with Danny John Jones. And hang on. Right. There we go. Sorry about it. I'm having loads of technical. They moved from being Manchester for 7 seasons. Love It fell out with Danny John Jones, and I think Danny John Jones put him off coming back. And now we've both gone off the screen. Love It fell out with Johnny John Jones, and Danny put him off coming back. There's a massive lag on this. They moved from Boots to London for season 7. That's why it was different. Everybody, do you remember when they got the Canaries in it?
Season 7. Yeah, that was season. That was season 7.
Do you remember the Canaries when they all became? A lot of people didn't like that season, did they?
I like
that season 7.
Yeah, it was.
People weren't fans of that, were they really?
I think they're used to the actual crew just being on their own rather than having the crew recreated. But I actually thought that season was actually quite good. It was different, and of course, Rimmer had returned. Kaczynski was there, and then of course they also get killed off again at the end of the season. So, and Holly was back with again Norman again.
Yes,
and for me, I actually thought it was quite a good season. I didn't mind it at all. But it's interesting, like I said, about the Norman. But of course, Norman.
Yeah, it was. I like Kaczynski.
Oh, which is your favorite Kaczynski? Kaczynski 1 or Kaczynski 2? Claire Grogan or the other one?
I did like Claire Grogan.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
First one. Yeah, I agree.
The second one you got used to because she was in a couple of series, wasn't she?
Yeah, and Claire was only in a few episodes of season 1 and 2. So, but then she also she did appear in one episode of season 5, in a illusion or something. It was with the it was the creatures that I don't know. They I can't remember. There was one episode where they did make an episode where we see Kachansky again, but it was a shame that she didn't come back. But with her, one thing I didn't like was the backstory between Lister and Kachansky, where in the first 2 seasons, Lister was in love with Kachansky and she wasn't interested in him. And in season 4, 5, Lister said that he had a relationship with Kachansky and it all went wrong. So I didn't like the fact that they actually changed the backstory between those 2 characters. I found that a bit one of the biggest aspects of the series, which annoyed me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm going to dig out some old Red Dwarf this weekend, I think. But tonight, I mean, it was all right. I'm going to watch this again, but I'm going to watch some old ones, I think, and then finish with this. And so I might change my mind, but I'm going to give it out before we go. I'm going to give it I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 for me. What would you give this?
From first impressions, I'll give it 8 out of 10.
Oh, that's generous, but that's fair enough. Guys, we're gonna have to wrap this up shortly because we're getting it's too many timelines.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's really bad.
And I don't know why you're upside down. I don't know if I can. Oh, look, you look like you're in that International Space Station there. You know, on the floating around on the screen.
Well, I'm looking on the screen, and you look fine, and I look fine. So I don't know why I look upside down.
Yeah, I see you was upside down.
Right, I ask people: do I look upside down on YouTube to everybody else?
I don't know.
Please let us know. Let us know because I don't want to be going.
Oh no, you're not. You're on stream now.
Yeah, exactly. That's
right. Go right then.
So it's fine. I don't need to do this.
Weird. StreamYard screwed up tonight. I think there's so many people on just using internet.
It might be. I don't know.
You know. So, but we are getting massive tags here.
Yeah.
Pat, I've gone right off the BBC after the cast Doctor Who as a woman. Just some guy. CP Grogan for me was 12-year-old boy's crush. I remember in that band. Pat, coronavirus might wipe out the human race, so Dave Lister save us all.
Oh,
good little chat, lads and ladies. Pat, damn the daft internet, Pat.
Yeah.
So, what shall we call it a night now?
Yeah, I think. I mean, it's a thumbs up from me. I want to see it again, but I'm quite happy. So it's good for me.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. Right. Okay, then, guys. I will see you all Sunday. So stay safe and
the next podcast is released tomorrow.
Wash your hands.
Next podcast tomorrow.
My hands are like. Yes, tomorrow. Yes, the Solomon Sci-Fi podcast. So let me know your thoughts. Leave the comments in the thing underneath. And Jane, you look after yourself. Peace and love, Pat. Good night. See you soon. That's it. All right, guys. Hang on. Right. What's going on now? More technical problems. Right.
Not me.
All right,
it's not me. It's not me.
guys. Live long and prosper. It's all right. Take care.
Bye.